Hey guys, first and foremost, I want you to welcome you to the channel. For those of you who are new here, this is mainly a French speaking channel, but I wanted to do this video for like a larger audience to explain something to you guys. I'm a PSG fan. I'm gonna tell you why people are booing Messi and Neymar. Okay, first thing first, there's a lot of things I'm reading on the internet about the PSG fans or the PSG, the club not having a history, plastic club, yada, yada, yada. They have no history, they have less trophies than this and this and that. I'm going to explain to you something. I'm just going to explain. I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm just going to explain something. So for you, for you guys who don't know the history of the club or you don't know much about the French league, much about the club, so you have an idea. Okay, so first thing first, this is a young club who was created in 1970, right? And you cannot say they don't have history because they won a European Cup. No, it's not the league, the Champions League, but it's a cup that doesn't exist anymore. I agree with you guys, but it was in 96, and at that time, big players were playing in that competition. In 96, they won it, and in 97, they lost against Barcelona, and it was the Barcelona of Ronaldo, the Brazilian, the guys a lot of people call the real Ronaldo. He's the one who scored actually from the penalty spot that day. We lost 1-0 to Barcelona. It was the Barcelona of Ronaldo, Luis Enrique, big names, Jose Maria Baquero, big names. For those of you who know the Barca history and you know those players, it's against those players that PSG lost in 1997 in the final, in that competition that they won. So that's history. They used to have players like Rai, Ginola, and the rest of them. And Rai used to be the captain of Brazil in 1994 at the World Cup, after he got demoted in the Brazilian squad. But that's PSG, right? So people have been supporting PSG for a while. Of course, there's always some new fans every time. That's right. I started supporting PSG in 1993, 1994, around that time. Okay, so I'm explaining all this to tell you something. It's a club where you have people that are very passionate about the club. You have fans that we call the ultras, and they are really passionate about their club. They want to see the club succeed. But the thing is, the club went through a lot of trouble early 2000 because the club was losing a lot of games. And I remember in 2008, the club nearly got relegated, right? Was nearly sent to the second division, and it was a last minute goal that the ball went really slow and went in that saved the club, right? So people are used to live tough times even though they had like happy times too. Fast forward, the club is now bought by the Qatari, and then in 2011, 2012, and there's a lot of hope, of course, because now we're buying these big players all over the place, Zlatan, Neymar, Messi, and the rest of them, right? So this is the thing. You are very passionate about your club, and people say a lot of things, a lot of ignorant stuff about the club, and you don't say anything about it, right? Because you're like, okay, whatever, they want to say, it's cool with me. But then you bring in Neymar, and Neymar, people are expecting for him to perform. When you buy somebody at 222 million euros, you expect for them to perform. Not just one game, not just two games, but a lot of games. So first thing is Neymar played only 50% of the games at PSG ever since he's been signed, right? So, and I think so, it used to be even less than 50% because always injured. That's not his fault to me, but people say it's the lifestyle that he has. I'm not a doctor. I cannot tell you about that. What I can tell you is he hasn't been giving PSG back what they put for him, right? For the first 2 or 3 years. I think the first time he played in the knockouts, complete games like first and second leg was 3 years after he got signed at PSG. And then PSG actually went to the finals. I think that's when we went to the finals for the final eight, right? So Neymar haven't been there for a lot of games. And in the league, he used to be really powerful. He used to be above head and shoulders above everybody else. But now it's not the case anymore. And he plays one game, another game. You think it's Neymar's brother who's playing, and nobody's denying Neymar's talent. Neymar is a genius. Neymar is a genius. I want that to be registered by people. But at the same time, Neymar haven't been keeping himself at genius level, at genius status. He hasn't been keeping that up, and that's why PSG supporters are mad. I was not at the stadium. I didn't boo him, but I understand why people did so, right? And there's just only one thing that I don't agree with is people insulting him. I don't agree with that. I think you can express your frustration with a player, but you don't have to insult them because that's kind of is it's unnecessary. I think we could have not done that, right? But when you have Neymar and then the guy you always see him, he does fashion weeks here, he does photo shoots here, commercials here, and then it's like football became second, you know? It's like what he cares about is his picture, is his image, is like what am I gonna do after I finish football? Okay, I'm gonna play poker, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So that's why people have a little bit of resentment because when you do all those stuff and then you don't perform on the day of the important game, then people tend to lash out on you. That's why Neymar got booed, right? So then Messi. And I understand that the little boys, like I call them, Messi fans and everything, they are mad at this because this is not nice that the guy they love so much, the guy who's been providing world football, I would say, with a lot of joy for a lot of years, for like 15 years, gets booed. I understand some people don't understand it. But again, when PSG plays into the finals 2 years ago, and then PSG plays into the semifinals last year, and then you buy Messi, who is arguably one of the best, or some people say the best who ever did in like of all time, you expect something else because this is what people are having against Messi is the fact that ever since the season started, he scored 2 goals in the league. I'm not a guy who's crazy about stats and everything, but I'm just explaining. So he scores 2 goals. Okay, fine. Maybe you say, okay, man, it never happened to him, right? But maybe you say, okay, Messi is not feeling very well, blah, blah, blah. But then you don't feel him on the field. You don't feel that Messi wants to play. You don't feel that Messi wants to change things. That's what you don't feel the hunger, that he used to have, that he's always shown, even though he was losing sometimes. But you could always tell that Messi wanted to get the ball and make a difference. But now he cannot go past a defender. It's really complicated for him. He's not scoring, of course not. And it's like he's hiding. That's why people are mad. And then you go against Real Madrid. Of course, he misses a penalty, which can happen to everybody, right? But then on the game, when it's tough, you don't see Messi. You don't see Messi getting the ball and saying to World Football, okay, I am Messi, I'm going to show you. So that's what PSG fans are mad about. And yeah, people can say a lot of things. And I'm just making a video explaining what's happening, but you don't have to love PSG. I'm fine with people hating my club. I don't care. Actually, like I've been used to that for a while. Since the end of the 90s, I'm used to people saying a lot of different stuff about the club, but it's fine. I'm fine with it. Keep hating. But understand why people are booing. Understand why people are saying, okay, Messi, woo, because they are frustrated. And it's people who went to the airport to welcome him. They left their work, they left their family to go and see Messi, and now it's like their hopes have been betrayed. That's why people are mad. The buildup of the hope was built so high. The expectations were so high because it's Messi. Messi is a legend. No matter what happens, he will die a legend. But the thing is, PSG fans didn't see what Messi have been doing for like the last 15 years, and that's why they are mad. And I think that's understandable, and I think you can understand that people are mad. Yes, Messi is a monument. Messi is he's a genius and everything. We all understand that. Nobody is saying that Messi is not any of those things. But understand why people are mad, understand why people are frustrated. No, he's not the sole responsible for all this, but he's part of it. That's why people are mad. I hope you understand now.